NBA Math Hoops works specifically on fundamental math skills, so addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and then things like analysis of statistics, percentages, decimals, fractions, and making decisions with numbers. The program really provides an avenue for kids to learn math in a way that's exciting and more connected to their daily lives. They're not doing a worksheet. The end goal isn't just to get the math problem right, it's to win the game of basketball, which is cool. It's something that they don't normally experience in their everyday class.
Al mundo en general, yo creo que no está de más repetirle de que todos debemos de saber que en casa es la primera escuela. Quien tenga o no tenga oportunidad tiene que luchar para poder sobresalir en la educación nacional de la vida.
It's rare that we get the opportunity to see into the lives of the students and the teachers that we're impacting at any level, just because of the nature of the work, the fact that we're working across the country in over 35 cities now. It's challenging to retain that connection sometimes. So visiting Angela and Patricia at home yesterday and talking with their parents, it was really special because it gave us an opportunity to really see the impact that the program can have beyond the classroom.
The first time we played Math Hoops was really exciting and fun. We were learning new math. We had learning new math skills and playing with each other and trying to figure out who's better at math.
Para nosotros con mi esposo es importante que ellas se eduquen, porque queremos que no sean como nosotros, que yo en particular no soy estudiada, pero sí tengo el deseo que ellas estudien para que sean unas mujeres estudiadas, y más que todo quiero que ellas no pasen lo que nosotros pasamos.
I started working with the twins, Angela and Patricia, when they were in 5th grade, when we have the championship and they won. And I can see that their mental math operation is super fast.
Welcome to the second annual Warriors Math Hoops Championship Tournament.
I think it was a Saturday that we have the championship, and a Sunday morning, the dad called me to my cell phone. And the level of gratitude that the dad was expressing to me was beyond description. He was telling me how important this was for their family, for their community, how significant it was to have girls, Latina girls, minority girls, winning this championship.
I think it's really special to see how they've grown, not only academically, but with their confidence. I think if you were to look at videos of them from the first tournament, they're pretty shy. They just weren't that talkative, and then, through the year, as you go to visit them at their school site, they are basically local celebrities with how well they did at the first tournament.
We're excited to see them continue to grow through the program this year. Those two girls are super smart. They want to go to Ivy League schools. They're incredible people, even at a young age, being in 6th grade. And we're excited to track their progress this year. So today we trained over 100 educators from the Bay Area, from a number of different programs: Bay Area Community Resources, the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, Oakland Unified. It's always awesome to see the growth of the program each year as we continue to add sites and teachers and students to the work. It's great to have the support of the Warriors. They continue to be one of our most dedicated teams in the NBA and continue to give us the resources needed to grow the work here in the Bay Area. It's always cool to watch the teachers come in and be kind of hesitant and unsure of what the experience is going to look like. And then by the time they're 30 minutes into the session playing the game with others, they're shouting and yelling at each other and having fun the way that kids normally would. Helps them really internalize the work that they're doing and prepare them to introduce it to the students.
All right. I love it that they were having actually the student experience. They were experiencing what their students are going to have when they are in the classroom.
When we first ask them to come to an MBA Math Hoops training, it's kind of like, oh, and it's on a Saturday, I don't know. They walk in the door, the energy level's pretty low. It is so cool that within like 5 minutes of them trying out the game, just rolling the dice and even deciding who gets to go first.
6 and 1.
You hear screams and yells and high fives. And watching that enthusiasm with our teachers, you know that that's going to be translated to the kids, and it's just it's a very special experience.
When a team rolls the dice, both teams do the math.
It certainly doesn't hurt that the Warriors are a really awesome basketball team, and they've been quite successful. So our kids in San Francisco and Oakland and really the greater Bay Area love, love, love the Warriors.
So today, October 6th, we are kicking off Lights On After School with NBA Hoops here in San Jose, and we are so excited. This is a nationwide celebration of after-school programs. We'll have over 10,000 events, over 1 million people participating. We'll be lighting up the Empire State Building, and it's really a chance for us to show people what happens in after-school programs. So this tournament was an incredible example of the possibilities of what we can do in the after-school space.
I was a little skeptical at first. I didn't think you could teach kids math by using a board game. It seemed like you were kind of tricking them into it, but I quickly learned otherwise. Math is not usually thought of as an exciting subject in school, but these kids are really buying into it, and it's all thanks to the board game Math Hoops. And after I saw that, I was a believer.
As a mom of a young woman who loves STEM, it's so exciting to me to see opportunities for these girls to continually gain confidence in their skills. It doesn't matter what that is. I'm super excited that that's in math, and I hope it gives them the opportunity to think about math and using math in their future, because they know that's something that they are good at and they can take and grow. So it's amazing that Math Hoops is something that is not gender specific, and that we can make it an opportunity for everybody.
90 seconds left in the game, 90 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, game.
Oh, good job, girl. Good job.
We thought we were gonna lose because they were a really good team. Yeah.
So what are you guys going to go do now?
Watch the game.
And then what at halftime?
Yeah. I think we're gonna probably leave.
Did you guys hear what I said?
Yes, I did.
You're going to get to go on the court.
Gonna go on the court.
You recognize the number.
We're gonna go on the court.
The programs continue to grow both in size, depth, scope over the past few years. We've been working really hard to listen to the teachers, and really honestly 90% of the things that we do each year to improve what we're doing come from the educators.
Y'all ready? Got an extra spinner. Does anybody need a spinner at their table? That's ours. I feel like I have the NBA in me. Like, and when I was a kid, I was the same kids that I'm teaching. I wanted to be in the NBA. I wanted to shoot the shot. I wanted to be the last one to make the winning shot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the fact that I'm able to bring that to the classroom in a fun way, they're learning as well. Their critical thinking skills are improving. So at the end of the day, they're learning in so many levels that they don't even realize it right now. I've noticed a lot of changes in their behavior. I told them when the program started, we have to show good sportsmanship. We need to be cool as we're playing this game because there's so much in it that we can learn from it, grow from it, be leaders and all those things. So I've noticed that my students are maturing a lot more. They're excited to come to school. They don't even want to miss a day because they know that they may miss a game of NBA math hoops possibly, which could affect their standings in our classroom. So I just see more mature students and them loving math. They used to, math used to make them feel uncomfortable. Their times tables and mental math, quick addition problems and subtraction, that used to throw them off.
My name is Davion Smith. I am 13 years old and I am in the 8th grade. It's something I like to do in my spare time. I go to the library, print out some math papers, and then just work on them. I wasn't that quick on my division or my multiplication either. But now this year, my teacher, I was so surprised by this. The first day she gave it to us, she gave us this multiplication sheet 1 through 12, and I'd be the first one done with it. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. It just be done so quick, and then she'd be so wowed by me. I'd be like, you can thank Math Hoops.
All of my students, I tell them every day, you have a chance to be great. It's inside of you, but you have to find the right avenues and you have to find the right people that are going to help to support you. And if you allow us to help you as your teachers, then you can be whatever you want to be.
Today we were here at Ruby Bridges Elementary in Alameda to honor our top sites in the Bay Area. A huge part of the NBA Math Hoops program is providing incentives to kids, to sites, to educators who do outstanding work and participate regularly in the experience. We had a special edition of Math Hoops Live, which is kind of our signature event that we do during the school year with teams across the country. It pairs up 2 players with 2 schools on an actual basketball court where they compete against each other to win a game of NBA Math Hoops, except it's a game of NBA Math Hoops in real life.
Once I let the students know, they were super excited because they're like, live event, what is that? How is that going to happen? Then I kind of told them that maybe there's a chance that players are going to come, but you are going to play against another site, and it's going to be a big event. They're going to record you, you're going to take pictures, and they were so excited.
As the Warriors are headed to the NBA Finals for the 3rd consecutive year.
Obviously, NBA Math Hoops is just so fun. And so we know that the minute they sit down and start playing, they're going to want to continue to play. These kids feel that they're on a basketball team with playing it. Not only on a basketball team at their school site, they actually feel like they might actually be playing for the Warriors. So it's been really special. Everyone, every single level, from the Warriors Foundation to the program leaders who teach the kids, they all are pumping the kids up and making them feel like they're an NBA star. Being able to even come to the Warriors player facility is huge, huge.
We're super excited to do this tournament this year with over 170 students. This is the largest tournament that we've ever done for NBA Math Hoops. Parents, teachers, can we give a big round of applause to our students for their great work here?
I think today was it's just amazing overall. I mean, bringing over 30 kids here, just to seeing like other kids get to play and how much impact it has on everyone else too. As far as our kids specifically, I mean, knowing that they were so looking forward to this. So many of them, parents told me they woke up by 7 a.m. just because they're so excited and just ready to play. And this year, this is actually their first year of even playing math hoops. So it's just awesome that 5 months work and they made it to the finals and won.
Mi familia, hablando de NBA Math Hoops, mis hijas, mis twins, mis gemelas y toda mi familia, pues estamos muy emocionados. Tomamos como parte principal saber tomar, que estamos tomando un gran lugar en la historia de los Estados Unidos.
The impact that it's had specifically on their family, to listen to their father talk about what it's meant for him to see his daughters progress through the program and grow through the program, to listen to him talk about the importance of education in his children's lives, and to, quite frankly, just be thanked repeatedly for the work that we've been doing, which really wouldn't be possible without them, so we should be thanking them for what they're doing with their kids. It was all really overwhelming and just incredible to experience.
He tenido muchos obstáculos en mi vida, pero puedo decir a boca abierta de que realmente pasé un obstáculo muy triste, que no es fácil, pero que a mí me iban a matar aquí. Entonces, todo esto me hace de que yo siga creyendo que tengo a Dios a mi lado, porque a mí me iban a matar injustamente solamente porque necesitaban un screwdriver, y que porque yo les dije que les iba a llamar la policía, me aventaron 2 balazos y me agarraron a 2 metros de distancia, porque me pongo a pensar qué hubiese sido de mis hijas, porque ellas estaban chiquitas, nosotros normalmente decimos así, chiquitas, estaban niñas. Si otra cosa hubiese pasado, ellas no estuvieran en estas alturas. Pero que al mismo tiempo yo le doy gracias a Dios que Dios a cada quien nos da un plan. Mis niñas me dijeron que iban a ir a una competición y que fueran y que lucharan por sacar el mejor resultado, y lo han hecho por 2 años consecutivos.
What I am working towards in NBA Math Hoops is winning the championship. I want my students, I tell them every day, the goal is to be the best you. And when they said the same thing, they want to win the whole thing in NBA Math Hoops, I'm trying to breed champions here. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to make my students be great, and NBA Math Hoops is a perfect tool.
First day the students got here from around the country. They came from 9 different NBA markets as well as Little Rock, Arkansas, and arrived at San Francisco Airport, excited to participate. We brought them to Stanford University, where we housed them and hosted a lot of our events over the course of the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the first ever NBA Math Hoops National Championship weekend. I want to start by making it about these awesome kids. They have done incredible stuff with NBA Math Hoops, and I want to just take a moment to recognize each and every one of them to start the weekend. and kick things off with a junior NBA clinic and a Nerf extravaganza. Hasbro is actually the company that donates all of the NBA Math Hoops games every single season, and they put together an amazing assortment of activities related to Nerf for the students to really blow off some steam, get calmed down from their school year, and get a chance to break the ice and get to know each other a little bit better to start the weekend.
Listen to my voice, it's all remember.
On the second day, we started off with a light NBA Math Hoops tournament just to get students familiar with their teammates, especially if they aren't from different schools. They had the opportunity to play in 3 games, 20 minutes each, compete and seed themselves for the elimination round on the final day of the weekend. From there, we went up to San Francisco where we visited the folks at Bleacher Report. And they're going to talk a little bit more about the company and maybe how they used math to get there. And then you're actually going to do some sort of a writing exercise related to the work that they do. And I think Bleacher Report has a little competition involved with that. From there, we went to Westlake Middle School in Oakland, the home of the Warriors' 2017 Legacy Project for the NBA Finals. Their students learned about statistics and how the Warriors use those for sports analytics to make decisions on the court with their roster. And I think the kids saw some insights there that they can take back to how they play NBA Math Hoops. They also got to sign day contracts with the team, something that they'll never forget for the rest of their lives, getting to be a part of the Warriors during the 2017 NBA Finals. And from there, went off into San Francisco to enjoy an awesome night of food and culture and just experience the city. For many of them, it's the first time that they've come to California and had the chance to explore the Bay Area, go to the Golden Gate Bridge, and visit all the other iconic sites in the city.
San Francisco is so fun. Like, I have never seen a bit of California, so San Francisco, definitely how to start your way to California. If I don't get accepted into Stanford, which I'm really hoping I do, my next option was to go to either Michigan State or Georgia Tech.
On the last day of the weekend, we started off with some amazing sessions at Stanford with a pair of professors from the design school. They talked to students about design thinking and how they can use innovation and creativity to fuel their ideas.
So to be able to go to a college campus, to go to Stanford, and get their minds to thinking that one day they're going to be in college themselves, and part of what's going to help get them there is their math skills, and NBA Math Hoops is helping them, is just going to be amazing.
They then took a walking tour which took them to some engineering buildings around the campus. They got to see labs in action, students working with chemicals, with jellyfish, all sorts of cool science that they may be able to do at some point in their careers and in their life. And then from there came to the education building, the Graduate School of Education on the Stanford campus for the final round, the elimination round of the Math Hoops tournament. All right, here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. ultimately our twin girls from the Bay Area, Angela and Patricia Rodas, who have won 3 tournaments in the Bay Area since 2014, took home the first ever NBA Math Hoops National Championship tournament. Only fitting that we hosted it here at Stanford and the Warriors won the finals.
The championship was something I can really never forget. It was my first time, well, actually my first year doing NBA Math Hoops. And I told myself, you got this, you can do this, and we gonna get to the championships. And I did it.
I'm so proud of Davion Smith throughout the year. He was one of my top students in the classroom. His work ethic was different than my other students. He took advantage of every opportunity to get to the national championship. I can recall telling him every day, like, you know, you gotta play a certain amount of games, you know, your attitude is already cool, so you got that. And the rest, hey, it's gonna work out in your favor. So I am like super proud of Davion for believing and trusting in the program and trusting in his teacher as well. I'm a big person on faith, and when I started the program, I said that we were gonna make it to the national championship tournament, and we actually did.
Twins, the last championship game, when the game was done, I did not get to shake y'all hands and tell y'all good game. So, good game, yeah, good game.
We get to impact the lives of students and teachers across the country and provide them with something that's fun. You know, they can go into their after-school program in their classroom every week and know that there's going to be an opportunity for them to laugh and to learn and to be engaged in what they're doing and not be bored. Unfortunately, there are too many kids across the country who are just not engaged in what they're doing on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. To provide an opportunity to change that, to be a game changer in education, hopefully over the long term, that's a cool opportunity, a cool experience, a cool thing to be a part of, a cool thing to drive forward. So we want to make sure that we're the coolest thing that a kid will do when they walk into the school or the after-school program. We're working really hard to make sure that it stays that way.